Yeah, and just as a conclusion, I want to say thank you to you as panelists, but also to the other folks who appeared at earlier panels. I'll sort of start off where I sort of finish where I started. This is, the changes are pretty significant and widespread. I sort of feel like it's everything everywhere all at once. And even that we don't know for certain, right? There's still decisions being made in Washington that leave you a little bit like, is that what they mean, or are they going to head in this direction? And so there's an element of uncertainty in all of this as well. Unpredictability or volatility is probably a better word to use. And I hope that what our ranking member said is true, Representative Branco, that we can find solutions that work to mitigate the worst impacts of these federal changes. But let me just point out that we are state government and being asked to do now things that the federal government had taken responsibility for previously. And so as a state that works hard to live within its spending cap, as a state that has prepared for the future, hopefully enough, as a state that is not yet fully out of our own fiscal woods in terms of managing our long-term debt and other things. These are challenges that are now face our state because these responsibilities are being shifted from the federal government to us here at the state government. So when you talk about loss of Pell eligibility or new restrictions on student loans, significant losses of federal grants, implications of lost revenue due to curtailment of the number of international students, loss of revenue because we've decided not to, we might be putting designations like Hispanic serving institutions at risk, loss of revenue because of reductions in Medicaid or SNAP programs, all federal funds. Those are all things that we will have to pick up and sort of mitigate some way, somehow, with an increasingly limited and restricted amount of money that we have available to us here in Connecticut. And so, at least under our current fiscal guidelines. So I hope that we can come up with solutions. I fear that what we'll actually experience is a mixed bag. Sometimes there will be things that we address and some things that we will deem unaffordable, and that people will be left out or without. And I hope that we can mitigate that as much as possible, but we'll see where we go. I'm grateful to the panelists for being able to put in perspective the challenge that we have ahead of us. I hope that folks in the executive branch have been listening in on this conversation. Again, I was a little bit underwhelmed by OPM's original analysis of these changes on this area of our state government. I don't think they're easily manageable, and I don't think that they certainly merit more than 2 sentences of summation. And so I hope that we can work collaboratively with them as well to find, first to understand what those changes are and what the challenges will be for us ahead. And with that, I will say thank you again to the panelists and to the participants and members of this committee, to our nonpartisan staff that did some great work in helping me understand the changes, and to our clerk for helping us organize the event. Thank you, and we'll see you again sooner than you think, in all likelihood.